Yo guys, I'm back with another video. So I'm going to be teaching y'all how to identify liquidity sweeps in real time, and not in hindsight, and not just trying to find liquidity sweeps in real market data. So step one, you want to find out where liquidity is sitting. So you want to mark out highs and lows on the 1 hour time frame. So let's mark them out. So let's mark some liquidity zones. That's liquidity. That is liquidity. That is liquidity. That is liquidity. This is liquidity. This is a major point of liquidity. What you're looking for is obvious levels, right? So you want to look for swing highs and swing lows, right? And equal highs and equal lows. These are the ones that where losses, stop losses usually lie. So it's a bunch of liquidity to grab and then reverse the other direction. When you see price touch the same high 2 or 3 times, so let's say for example, we were sweeping these lows, right? But we never really reversed majorly. This is a pool of orders waiting to be swept out. So as we can see here, price swept these orders out instantly, right? Let's go to 15 minute time frame. So we usually would like to mark out these levels, right? Before we look at our market analysis, right? So let's move on to step two. We want to watch for consolidation near the level, right? Once we got our level marked, the next sign is consolidation. So accumulation, like I said, we want to look for that accumulation, right, in the market where we're just ranging in a certain zone where price can either come and take those lows out or it can take these highs out, right? So this is actually smart money concepts of building patience. They're letting retail traders pile on both sides, right? When you see this on a chart, you want to look for a break in structure to the upside or a break of structure to the downside to extend that liquidity sweep. Then you want to look for price to break through the levels. Okay, a liquidity sweep doesn't just randomly creep through a level. It punches through it, usually through big long moves such as this. We were sweeping on that liquidity. It's fast and it's aggressive. One or two candles that straight through the swing high or low, like it doesn't even exist. So first, you want to confirm with volume. So you want to make sure how much orders are being put in, right? You don't want to just go in blindly. You want to make sure you get more confirmation, right? And then hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. So after we've kind of marked out our liquidity zones, we want to identify buy side and sell side liquidity, like we said here. So this is buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity, buy side liquidity, etc. And then we would probably want to look for a sweep in the market. So I'm just giving you guys an overall look. So right here, perfect example. This high right here, slowly, this high got swept by London highs. London swept. We had our accumulation zone, right? We swept highs. We wanted to break structure. And what does price do? Distributes to those lows, right? So you always want to look for some sort of confirmation with liquidity sweeps. Let's try to identify 5 liquidity sweeps. Let's go to 5 minute time frame. Okay, we got 1 liquidity sweep. Let me get rid of these. Move these drawings. So we have 1 liquidity sweep right here where we're just sweeping this high and then tanking to the ground. So that's 1 liquid. Why is it not straight? So there we go. That's liquidity sweep. We swept liquidity and we just push lower. Sort of the 1 hour time frame to see kind of that the higher time frame bias, right? Right here. We sweep liquidity and we get our higher time frame bias, right? And then again, it happens here again. Sweep liquidity again over here. We sweep major highs, which can indicate a price of where we took out all those stop losses. So people who are in long trades, right? They could have took their low hanging fruit, right? Let's say someone is still in this position targeting outside liquidity, right? Like here, they got stopped out, right? So, and then we fucking railed to the ground, right? So you definitely want to look out for those. Let's look for some more examples on the 15-minute time frame. Just want to kind of show you guys how it looks on all time frames, right? So let's see. Look for some examples right here. So we get this liquidity sweep, right? We take out that liquidity and we push lower. Let's go over here. Let's see if we can find a nice buy liquidity. Right here we have nice liquidity, and we sell off with this liquidity. So for one more example, let's see. It's very simple, guys. Honestly, this is probably the easiest confluence to learn by far in the entire world. And I'm going to be showing you how to take some trades different here as well. Let's see. This is if it is so windy today. And right here as well, do a double liquidity sweep. So we actually fake out sellers, tapping upon our liquidity, take that liquidity out, wait for that break of structure, wait for that retest into that fair value gap, or maybe a lower time frame fair value gap, and enter target high, previous highs, 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 highs. These all got hit. That's literally it. So once you've let's look for some let's look for an optimal trade entry, right? So let's go to the 5 minute. So okay, right here, I'm gonna do this. So it's not cheating. I already know what happens. So right here, we sweep our liquidity, right? We want to look for a fair value gap, right? We have our fair value gap. We don't retest this fair value gap, but that's okay. We also had our accumulation move. We had our accumulation. We had our manipulation. We waited that fair value gap. We could have seen a retest, but if you don't see a retest by this break of structure, you just want to enter. So that's what I would have done. Enter, stops at this fair value gap, and take profit, whether it's this high, this high, this high, all the way to this high. Either way, it would have all got stopped. And that's literally how you find these crazy trades, you know. So that's literally the trade. I think people took actually buys. I remember some guy taking buys on this. This is horrible, horrible price action. We're just consolidating. Even then, look, like honestly, you want to look for that higher time frame bias. Like you just can't. Look for tomorrow. We had our accumulation move. We had our manipulation sweep. We had the liquidity sweep, right? We inverse this for value gap. And we just had a nice break structure closed above this low. You can enter for shorts right here. Put your stops above recent highs. So right there is okay. And target lows, target lows, target. You could have targeted Asia low. You could have targeted this low. You could have targeted this low, this low, this low. Honestly, all really good trades, you know. So simple, simple. This is how you take trades with liquidity sweeps. And it is probably one of the best confluences when trading. You definitely want to look out for this because it's where all the liquidity lies. You know, some people who have their stop losses or they take profits to get their stop losses ran through. That's because you're not understanding liquidity. And this video is to help you understand. You have to wait for retests and you have to put your stop loss above that previous area of liquidity. You feel me? So look how much times. Let's say you want to be a greedy little prick and you want to put your stop loss here or something, or let's say you entered a bit late on the short. Say you shorted here after this break of structure, and you don't, let's see, you're just moving your stop loss. If you put it actually to these highs, you would have never got stopped and you would have got your take profit hit. So you want to understand how liquidity moves and how the market makers want to come revisit these highs, right? So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I appreciate you for watching this video. Make sure to check out my description. I have a Discord there. Check out my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.